Sometimes the notes of a fragrance can spell out different attributes. Sexy, confident, distinguished. Notes like black pepper, pink pepper, elemi, olibanum, saffron, vanilla, and warm cedarwood. Stay tuned and listen to my honest opinion on this hype beast itself. Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification, and I'm just going to keep on bringing you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That 40-ish and $100 range. Most of these are way less than that. A good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. And I got one today that I have had my eye on for quite some time because it really rode the hype train when it came out. And I really like other fragrances that are in this scent profile, so I decided to finally pull the trigger on Paris Corner's Rifaaqat. So, check out what I have to say about this hype beast. So just a couple things about this fragrance. Number one, it was released in 2023. It was a hype beast because it is cloning a very hard to get a hold of elusive fragrance, YSL's Baby Cat, just like Tuxedo. Very hard to get a hold of for whatever reason. Can't find that thing, can't smell it in the malls or whatever. I don't know why, but that's what it's cloning. So I can only judge this by a standalone perspective. And what you're gonna get in this fragrance overall, in a nutshell type thing, layman's terms, it's gonna have a leathery feel. Without having any leather notes listed in here, it's gonna have a leathery feel. Smooth, leathery, woody, smoky, resinous, spicy, subtle touches of almost like some unsweetened vanilla because it doesn't have that much of a sweetness. It does have a vanilla nuance going on, but it doesn't have a whole lot of sweetness. There is just a little bit that I think keeps it being reeled back without being abrasive, because woodiness, leather, and spiciness can somewhat be abrasive if not done right. And I think that the vanilla kind of tames that. I think it just kind of like sands off the rough edges a little bit and adds just a pinch of sweetness on top of the resinous, spicy, smoky, woody leather thing that's happening in here. The performance on this so far isn't groundbreaking. It's the stronger side of average. You're gonna get 5.5 or 6 hours, at least me anyhow. Projection is decent. You can spray away a little bit with this thing at first because that's what I'm doing. I'm 12 spraying this thing and waiting 20-30 minutes before you get to where you're going, and it's not choking anybody out. I think that as with the stories on most of these Middle Eastern fragrances, they end up performing better, smelling better, and adding richness and depth over time. Give it like 4 or 5 weeks and it's probably going to perform better. So far, it's a strong average in performance. Also, it's a compliment getter. I'm a little town guy. I live in a small town here, right? I didn't grow up in that small of a town, but I now currently live in a very small town. So I got my typical normal like restaurants that I go to and stuff. And I got seated, and when I left, before I left, they made it a point, both the girls, the one that seated me and my waitress, whatever you're wearing today smells really, really good. I like that one. And the other one that sat me was like the mold was broken or what. It was like, yeah, that's like, I smelled you come in and then you're like, wow, that really smells good. And this was the culprit. They didn't know, but that's what it was that was pulling in those compliments. I mean, they stopped me dead in my tracks to tell me that it smells that good. And for whatever reason, this scent profile just kind of does that, so, similar to like this, Shuyuk, however you pronounce that thing from Latafa. All those similar profiles, that masculine, woody, leathery, spicy, smooth leather. It's a smooth leather. It's not rough and abrasive, but it's still masculine with that touch, just a touch of sweetness from that vanilla, but it's strange because it's got that vanilla smell, but it's almost like an unsweet vanilla. But there's something about that's inviting. That's like seductive, I guess you would say, in a way. So there's that, right? Overall, what am I going to rate this thing? What will I score this hype beast, compliment getting, okay performance, Baby Cat clone? I give it an 8 out of 10 because this one is lovely. It's not just like all other fragrances. I mean, it's a clone of Baby Cat, which is a very unique smelling fragrance. So I can't give it points on uniqueness, but I can give it points on quality, compliments, character, how much I like it, which is where I get most of my score from, how much I personally like it, and not what other people say. So I can see why this was on the hype train. I can see why it was. I will say this right now. It's not going to be for everybody. It's not a blind buy fragrance. I don't think it's a blind buy fragrance. I really don't. More often than not, people are going to like this. I think this is one of those love or hate fragrances, to be honest, because it's so bold and different and kind of like stand out and distinguished that it's just not a safe trail to go down. But if you trust my judgment, you watch my channel and you know the stuff that I like, and this sounds interesting, roll the dice on this sucker, because it's a good one. It really is a good one. And from what I understand, it is pretty close to the original, the $300 original. So yeah, cool weather fragrance, by the way. It's cool weather. Evening is where it will probably shine the best. You can do daytime and stuff like that. This thing will get really annoying in the heat. You wear it in the heat if you want to. It's a fragrance. Do what you want with it. But I'm just saying where I think it shines best is cool weather, evening, going out, dressed up for sure. You can wear, I was like wearing like this, but dressed up, evening, cool weather. Yeah, this is a boss for that kind of stuff. And it's mature, way more mature than it is youthful. So that's my final thoughts on Paris Corner's Rifaaqat. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.